Hello friends, welcome to Kathayein. I have got something from Srimad Bhagwatam this time. The title of this Katha is King Chitraketu. Now it's a very old story. Some of you might have already heard about it. Once upon a time there lived a very eminent king by the name of Chitraketu. He had many wives, but he didn't have any children. So that was a sad part of his life. One day Maharishi Angiraj, a very renowned Maharishi, landed up in his Raj Bhavan, and with his spiritual powers he could decipher that the king was extremely sad, morose, and was very unhappy and even desperate for a child. So he decided to perform a yajna and just to help the king and the queen to conceive and have a child. And after the yajna, whatever the puja left over was there, he handed over to the eldest queen. Her name was Kritduti, and then told the king that, Rajan, you are now going to have a child, a son, but remember, he is going to be the cause of your happiness as well as sorrow. So you will have to live with that as far as this child is concerned. Maharani Kritduti, after some time, got pregnant and she delivered this very beautiful child. And after this delivery, king was extremely happy. In fact, the whole kingdom was in a pall of gloom for such a long time that they did not have a prince. And now the prince had come, so everybody was very happy, and there were immense celebrations all over the kingdom. And the king also started spending a lot of time with the eldest queen, Kritduti, and in fact he started loving the queen all the more. And of course he was spending a lot of time with the young prince. And with all these activities, the king's other wives, they all got very jealous because the king had really moved out of them and he was spending maximum time with the eldest queen. So for some time these wives, they could resist, but when it became irresistible for them, they decided to relinquish all nobility and kill the little child so that the king gets back to them. And with that, they poisoned the child, and soon the child was dead. And so such was the act that they committed, just to be with the king. And upon hearing that the child is dead, the king and the queen, Kritduti, they fell like a tree, a fallen tree, next to the body of the child, and they started wailing and weeping and just didn't know what to do. God had given them a child after such a long period of time, but very soon God had also taken away the child. King was still in mourning, queen was also in mourning, and upon coming to know of the tragedy, he didn't know what to do, he didn't know whom to go to and how to get solace. But then one day, or maybe just the next day, he found two distinguished visitors, and they were Maharishi Angiraj along with Dev Rishi Narad. So these two people walked in, and the king was quite surprised to see them. Rather, he was spellbound. He didn't know what to do because he was in a very bad state of mind. And upon coming to know of the tragedy, Maharishi told the king, Rajan, you are a great devotee of God and Brahmins. I was very happy with you, and last time when I had come here, I actually wanted to teach you the skill so that you could attain darshan of the Supreme God. But when I came here, I found that you were very morose and you were literally dying for a child, and it was written all over your face. So then I decided that I shall bless you with a child and a son, so that you should get over it. And now that you have suffered a tragedy, which is the worst kind of tragedy, there isn't a bigger tragedy than losing your child. And with this, you would know that this particular world is full of miseries. King Chitraketu was still in mourning. He therefore could not understand the essence of Maharishi's address, but he was spellbound at the sight. Dev Rishi Narad, who was accompanying Angiraj, could understand that Chitraketu's intense love for his child is not going to go like that, because he had waited a long time for this particular child. So using his Divya Shakti, or you could say divine power, he attracted the soul of the child, and as it came, he said that, my dear son, they are your parents, that's your body, why don't you get inside your body again and give your parents some solace, as they have been crying for you, and you can start living a royal life as the prince. And after this, everyone was quiet when the soul of the prince said, and this will shock many people. The soul said, Dev Rishi, they are my parents of which life? A soul does not have any parents, brothers or friends. Many a times I was their father, and many a times they were my father, and many a times I was their friend, and they were my enemies. So I really can't understand what you are trying to say. And all these relations are because of this mortal body. And as you leave your mortal remains behind you, you also leave behind all the relationship. And what goes with you is just your karmas that transcends this earth. So after saying all these things, which were almost like gospel, the soul vanished from the sea. King Chitraketu, upon hearing this, was extremely upset, and he got numb. After hearing this, his love for his son started waning, and then he also thought of doing his karma, and so he started preparing for his son's cremation, and he went and did that part of the job, which was his karma, and he came back and he reported to Dev Rishi Narad and Maharishi Angiraj, and Dev Rishi Narad then told him to start preparing for a big puja, in which there was a lot of tapasya, penance, whatever you may call it, and the puja was for the darshan of Shesh Narayan. So, as instructed, King Chitraketu started preparing, and with that he finally got darshan of God, and he started. After which he started on a long pursuit of spiritual knowledge, and became a scholar, and was also rated and ranked as Vidyadhar, which is considered to be a very high rank in terms of a scholar. The story is from our mythology, and gives a very bold message, friends, and that is, beyond your mortal life, it is only your karmas that go with you. You may be a prime minister, you may be a president, you may be a king, or you may be anything on earth, but when you leave this earth, what goes with you is only your karma. So all of us who sit on this great earth and keep doing wrong things and expect that they are going to go up to the heaven are all mistaken. So friends, the brute message that this story gives is, keep doing your good deeds every now and then, and improve upon your karma, and that alone is going to take you to heaven. So friends, if you like this particular story, kindly share it. It conveys a very good parable. And also please subscribe our channel. Next week we'll come out with another good story for you. Till then, goodbye.